Click that button, and I don't actually have any notes, so I don't even know what to say at this point. Although I do know one thing before we start, Mr. Darius. I need a 1D100 roll from you, please. Your very first thing that we're going to do live on the air before we even actually start the RP.
All right. By the way, your camo pattern comes up as an X for me.
That's because on it is a custom skin,
Okay.
for lack of a. I feel like that's like the easiest way to explain it. It's a skin that I made.
Okay.
uh,
Um,
but yeah, just a 1D100. Full disclosure, it's just to see what stable, if any, your opponent is from. Because when we did the practice round or whatever you want to call it the last time we met, it turns out that the Galahad stables don't exist yet.
oh,
Yeah. So apparently the Galahad stables don't come out until I want to say 30, 50 something, maybe even 30, 60. I don't remember off the top of my head. I actually had to go and look at a bunch of stables and find out if they existed in 30, 40 or not.
yeah.
26. That is going to give you an independent opponent. Your opponent is not even
Okay.
affiliated with a stable. All
Cool.
right. All right. Well, in that case, you have been in the stable. Actually, we do have one more bookkeeping thing to do. Let me get you in here. Uh, Edit and pull up the rules for when you first joined the stable. There was a minor revision I did since the last time we talked about it. So we determined your stable's cut, meaning that every time you receive an earnings of some sort, the stable receives 16% of whatever that amount is. Um, what we did not
Right.
determine, what we did not determine was what your rebroadcast rights are. So what I need now for both Twitch live views and YouTube views, it will be uh well, for Twitch views, it's 150 C bills per view, and for YouTube views, it's 100 C bills per view. Um, with the YouTube videos that last for about basically for the previous 12 weeks. So it's every time there's a new view from an older match, you get more money from that plus whatever you got in the most recent match. But you don't get all of the rebroadcast rights, you get a percentage of those, and of course the stable gets a cut of even that much.
Mm-hmm.
So 2d6 times 2 plus 10. Or in your case, all you really need to roll is 2d6 plus 2. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. I meant to say 2d6 because you can't do math on your rolls in Megamech. At least I don't believe you can because I think I tried it a few times and it never worked. Total of 10. That's good.
20.
So that means,
Well, 20 with the plus 10.
yes. So a 10 times 2 is 20. Well, yeah, it's 10 plus 2d6 times 2, so you actually get 30% of your rebroadcast rights. You actually got a fairly decent percentage rate there.
Good.
Considering the top would have been, let me see, 12, 24, 34, you actually got almost the most that you could get.
Yep.
All right, so we got that updated. And then the only other thing we got is initially your interview. So let me get my notes and stuff out of my way. Um, yeah, so you've been on Solaris at this point probably about a week or two, I believe. You've had a chance to meet most of the important people in the stable. You've met Gideon Dukakis, the stable manager. You've met Axel Rondeau, who is the stable champion slash master trainer. He was the one that said, I don't believe you. It doesn't matter. You've been in there long enough in that simulator pod. Get out there and run laps or whatever it was I told you your character had to do that little practice round or what have you. And then you left a
Yep.
file on his desk before you went to run laps because you're like, no, you should just watch the rest of that. And then, other things. Uh,
Yeah.
you haven't really met too much in the way of public media or public relations. for the stable, like any official stable representation, you've probably received some sort of onboarding or briefing as to what to say, what not to say, or how to say things. Either strictly your opinion or very vague, broad statements for anything relating to the stable in particular, things of that nature. But it is let's say it's the evening prior to your debut match, which was scheduled for March 7th, I'm going to say. Let me double check that. Yes, Saturday, March 7th, 3040. So this is Friday evening, and it's a busy night. It's Solaris City. There's gladiator matches happening, not quite round the clock, but it's a Friday night. This is a night when a lot of people are getting into the weekend, and there's a lot of matches, there's a lot of bars, there's a lot of gambling, there's a lot of drinking, a lot of all the other sort of things that people get into in a big city, especially when you're basically at Space Vegas.
A
Uh,
lot of drugs.
there's a lot of that. A lot of that. In fact, you may have seen a little bit of that inside your own stable, but we won't talk about that just yet. Eventually, you have a number of staffers that basically guide you and otherwise facilitate you getting down to the Krieg Dominion Media building, which is in the international zone of the Solaris City. Because this is where you're going for your interview for this particular week. You are meeting with someone who has identified himself as Olaf Krieg, the returning talk show host of the Triple Press, which you as a player know exactly what that is because this business in 3040 is still around 18-ish years later. But ever since 3022, the Triple Press has been covering all sorts of combat mech sports, entertainment, anything to do with mechs, the people that work on them, the people that shoot them, the people that blow them up. The Triple Press has been in the media, and they are produced by Krieg Dominion Media, and they are supported by the Solaris Broadcasting Corporation and distributed by Donegal Media. The Donegal Broadcasting Company. You're brought into the studio, and there is a face that our viewers would recognize, 18 years older or 15 years older than the last time we saw him. So he's got a lot more gray hair than he used to. He's, pushing like 55, 60. Once upon a time, he was known for getting some voice coaching to try to get rid of some of his Swedenese accent, but a little bit of a historical lesson. In the last 6 years, the Free Rasselhag Republic has actually come into fruition, which, for those that didn't know, Olaf Krieg was a proud supporter. He just couldn't be very loud about it because of his media personality. But once the Republic was raised, and then, of course, the Ronin Wars, Olaf was on a dropship headed out as fast as he possibly could to get back to his homeworld somewhere in the Rasselhag Republic so that he could help wherever he could. Now, he's not a frontline fighter. He never was, never pretended to be, but he definitely felt the need to go home and help his people. But he's back, and he is seated across from you wearing a charcoal gray dress suit, suit, tie, jacket, cufflinks.
Yeah.
The cufflinks have the Rasselhag dragon, which would be a really sick tattoo if it wasn't already subsumed by Catalyst. And I feel like he's probably got one on his lapels, but he's also got the Stable Unknown pin, which we have no idea what that looks like because even the name Stable Unknown indicates that we don't even have a stable name at this point. This is still the playtest phase, as it were. But yeah, so on one lapel he's got the Rasselhag Republic pin, on the other he has the Stable Unknown pin, whatever that may look like one day. And the show starts. He does his little run-in, and he says, "Welcome back, mech fans. Welcome back. I am Olaf Krieg, your host for the Triple Press. It has been so long, and I am so happy to be back. I am so glad that everything I've ever worked on, everything I've put my hands on has turned out so well. I am blessed. I have been graced with the opportunity to come back here and resume my interviews. And I'm not sure if I can get my accent to be cleaned up, but I'm just happy to be here. I'm joined with somebody tonight. This is their first ever match, official match, here on Solaris. And it's a name I recognize, sort of. For those that remember, I was the host for the Triple Press during the Greyland Trios League series, and one of the owner-managers of one of the teams was a Darius Matamuri. And here tonight, I am joined by Kusuma. Kusuma, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
How are you doing, my friend?
Quite well. Looking forward to this match.
Now, for me, this is very obvious. This is an obvious thing. You are a Matamuri.
Correct.
I knew a Darius Matamuri. One could say we were friends. Several years ago. I haven't actually been able to keep up with him. I was quite busy in the Republic. But where do you
That
sit?
would be my uncle.
Your uncle. Yeah, yes. Please, at your earliest convenience, please convey to him how much I would love to be able to have a drink with him one more time. Sake, I believe, was his favorite. I could be wrong. Maybe a little stereotypical. He chuckles under his breath. He's
Actually, his favorite was the sake-based PPC.
Ah, yes, the Korean PPCs. Those are dangerous, my friend. You be careful with those now. Welcome to Solaris. This is your first official match. How are we feeling?
Pretty good about it. I mean, there's really no edge, so to speak, for me. We're both in a Phoenix Hawk. From what I understand, we're about equivalent in skill. But I think I have the advantage in other areas.
Well, you have a good bloodline from everything I've ever heard. I digress.
Yes.
I was
Quite
trying to be
so.
funny. Maybe my jokes don't fly so well anymore. You are going up against Reyes in your qualification match. This is the match that wherever you've been before, whatever you've done before here, whatever you've done before now, this is the moment that you can break into the open leagues in Class 3, medium division, yeah?
Yeah.
So, it is my understanding that in such cases, the Solaris Gaming Commission attempts to make these matches as evenly as humanly possible, matching the qualifier attemptee, applicants, whatever you want to call them. They try to make everything as even and cut down so that the only difference between the two pilots is their individual skill, and even then they try to cut that as close and as narrow margin as possible. With that in mind, what do you see being your advantage that you, besides, as I've mentioned previously, your genetics? I remember Darius, he could be a dastardly bastard on the field. Well,
Yes,
more accurately, Elizabeth.
Like the mech warrior herself.
Yes, your aunt, yes. How's she doing? And last I saw, she was not doing so well, but that was many, many years ago.
She recovered.
Oh, good.
I know what you're talking about. She recovered.
Yeah, I believe she was shot out of her mech, ammo explosions and other nasty things that can happen in the arenas.
Yes.
Good to know. I have no idea if I'm anywhere close to a Swedenese accent right now. Swedenese is a fictional language in the first place. So what are you bringing to the table that's going to make you different than your opponents?
The experience that I've already had, even though I'm this young.
And how old are you again?
20.
Quite a young pup, as I remember, from my brief review of your notes, but I digress. You're here, you're gonna make things happen. Win or lose. What happens if you do lose? Do you know? Do you have a plan? Ooh, got him with that one.
if you plan to lose, you plan to fail.
I believe that phrase is a little bit different, but yes, the sentiment is about the same. Obviously, nobody comes into something like this planning to lose, but they always have, in my understanding, contingency. What is your contingency? Ooh,
Don't need one.
Olaf hitting with these hard hitting questions.
Yeah, don't need a contingency.
The
I'm just
confidence,
gonna win.
the confidence is amusing and something to be proud of, perhaps. But arrogance and confidence often are seen walking side by side.
Yes, they are.
On
I
that
try not to
note,
cross that line.
I will caution step carefully. But we wish you the best of luck as you prepare for your match tomorrow afternoon. We'll have it right here on the Krieg Dominion Media. Once again, I am Olaf Krieg, your host for the Triple Press. And then the lights come up because I don't know if I can hold that accent. I started to hear like Middle Eastern and Russian gets thrown in there at various points. It was throwing me off. Oh, man. You know what? Fuck it. I mean, like in the 3040s, who knows if maybe that's what Swedenese sounds like? A little bit of like Germanic, Russian, Middle Eastern. Who knows? It's all fake anyway. Let's talk about our actual match here. So we have. Let me get this one. That one up there. So we have. Oh wow, that never got resized when I changed monitors. Hold on one second. Go. There's a little bit of info that may or may not need to be seen there. Just wanted to make sure I blocked it out. All right. So you are piloting your Phoenix Hawk PXH-1, going up against Chrissy Reyes, an independent competitor, also piloting the exact same model. I need to randomly determine some other stable colors or something. Here, we'll go with this. Dispossessed. We'll go with that. I'm pretty sure Dispossessed is an actual stable at some point in the BattleTech history, but I'll just use that because it sounds good. Now, again, as I mentioned, both in the interview, and I think I said something to you about this previously, the intent of the qualification match is to gauge your ability in trying to basically throw a mirror at you. You do have a slight advantage in the fact that you chose Mech Bunny, which gives you that natural aptitude selection, which, of course, you chose Gunnery. A good call.
Yep.
It did limit you on some skill selections, so you do only have 1 point in tactics when you could have potentially had 2 or 3. All right, no, 2. But yeah, we are right about 20 minutes. Do you want to take a second to check on your tea?
Yep.
Stand by 1 second, my friends, while Darius is checking on his chai. When he comes back, of course, we'll determine where on the map he will deploy, where I will deploy in opposition. And then we'll get started with the match. Our first, I'll say, semi-official match of the Solaris Stable Unknown series. Darius is helping me playtest some rules I have to emulate a role-playing campaign set on Solaris in the 3040s with the players being active gladiators, using Mega Mech and Mech HQ to track all the things that we need to track, and giving the players a chance to create their gladiators and then to be able to role-play with them throughout the campaign. And then eventually I'll come up with a, 1 or 2 overarching storylines and whatnot that will tie everything together, as well as whatever the individual player characters want to get after for themselves, because they will have the opportunity to launch their own schemes and things of that nature. Do I need this quite this tall? Yeah, we don't need it tall. We can go right there. So, playtesting a lot of things, putting together a lot of things. The presentation will get cleaned up a bit over the course of the playtest, that we don't even have necessarily a, what's the word I'm looking for? we don't have mileposts. We don't have end states. It's just see what we have to do to figure all that stuff out effectively, which is not necessarily the best way to do it, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work and try to turn it into something of a show. And who knows? Maybe in a few months we'll have a full cast. And my idea, my plan, my goal of launching a new show in the early part of the new year, probably mid to late January, will be good to go. Are you back? Because I don't have Zoom open, or I have it open, obviously. There you are.
Yes, I am back.
Okay, cool. Oh dear, let me fix that and then put this on top. All right, there we go. Alrighty, so we do have a map. So if you select map, and you can take a look at it. In fact, let me show the viewers what we are facing. To the north, we have Rolling Hills 2. And to the south, we have Box Canyon rotated. So that way, the two maps are able to join. And it is possible, from what I can view, that unless I no matter who gets which edge, we should be good to go for being able to physically complete this fight. So no worries in that regard. Darius, if you want to take a quick second to overlook your character, it should be good to go. You do have the +1 initiative bonus, or at least the command initiative bonus, but since it's a one-on-one, the command feature doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter. But otherwise, if you are good to go with that, I need a 2d6 roll to determine which of us will choose the home edge, and then the opposite player will choose the opposite home edge.
I only have 2 edge.
Did you have? I don't. No, you should only have 2 edge. I think everybody starts with 2 edge. Yeah, 2 edge.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. Everybody is in player characters. Because I was gonna give Reyes 2 edge, and I was like, yeah, we live or die. You headshot that cockpit, and she's fucked. I have to do it a few times in order to make it stick. Yep, you should have 2 edge, one tactics, or in this on the Megamech screen, command initiative, and then your natural aptitude gunnery, because you are a sneaky son of a bitch. I mean, you find the loopholes in my rules and break them for me. I can find them and fix them later. But once you are set, I just need the turning off the auto eject. A man that likes to live dangerously.
Hell yeah.
All right, go ahead and make that 2d6 roll. Let's see which of us gets to choose the home edge. You rolled an 8. And I rolled a 6, so please select your edge. I will choose the opposing side or corner. Indeed. Do you want the open half of the map? Or do you want the, oh shit, I have to actually duck and weave side of the map?
Mm-hmm. We'll go south.
You'll take the south, okay. I will take the open side of the map then. Go ahead and click done when you are ready. And we will get this fight underway. And may the better non-player character win.
Cute.
I try to be. I prefer the term snarky or mischievous, devilish. I don't need this reminder that my PC is slowly dying. Now, if I was a dastardly ne'er-do-well like Darius, where would I deploy on that southern edge? I would deploy right in that one spot in the center and then jump my way across so I can maintain no line of sight until it's too late. All right, my turn. I am not quite so dastardly. I just want to shoot people. So let's get at it. You know what we forgot to do was openings or intros. So Chrissy Reyes comes out on the field, and she's an independent pilot, so she doesn't really have any big fanfare. I feel like she's probably like ranked in the low 90s, maybe the high 80s, and she was like the last person on a list of names to call to set up this match to be your opponent. She comes out onto the field. There's some fireworks, there's some pyrotechnics, there's some music, there's maybe some fog and a laser light show or something. But she just comes out here and she takes a moment. She grabs a mic or broadcasts into the arena, which, of course, in this arena, like most on Solaris, it's just the arena field. Around the border are a variety of holo screens that may show various scenes at various bars and gambling establishments and things of that nature of patrons that are watching this fight. But nobody is actually seated arena side except for around a couple specific arenas because of the safety concerns. But she takes the microphone and she says, "I'm here tonight to see if this guy's any good." Pretty sure he's not. Let's get after it. And that's about all she really has to say. She doesn't have any fanfare or anything like that to throw out there. What sort of entrance appearance do you make? I know when we practiced last week or week before, you said something crazy to me. In my opinion, it was a little weird. I'd never heard it before. But I believe the words Japanese, metal, and speed, not in that order, were thrown at me.
Yes.
Is that what Kusama is coming out to? Is some Japanese speed metal?
Oh, definitely.
Amazing. And it's just music. There's no words. It's just
with female vocalists.
A female vocalist. Ooh, even better. Let me tell you, there are some guys that can sing really well. And there are some women that can sing really well. And then obviously the opposite of that is true. If you are into heavy metal of any sort, take a look at Nightwish. That's all I'm going to say. Especially if you get, in my personal opinion, if you get the version of Nightwish that has I'm gonna fuck up her name. It's Flora Jensen, I think. They're Nordic in their origin. I forget exactly where. I'm gonna say Finland, but don't quote me. Anyway, yeah, just amazing, and she's got some awesome vocals.
Yeah, Nightwish is a great band.
Yeah. She replaced a different vocalist, and I don't remember her name. And I don't remember hearing too much of their music with her at the head. But I am sure her capabilities are wonderful as well. I'm much more familiar with the other one, the Floor something or other. I can't remember her last name to save my life right now, and I'm pretty sure I'm fucking it up. Excuse me. Let's see. View. Isometric. Ew. It's almost worse. View. Not isometric. Eh. It's your turn to fire, my friend. And I did not have range to you, so you should not have range to me. Or did my computer shit out on me and I don't have a connection right now and I just don't know it yet? Oh, I lost him. He dropped, so now we have to wait a moment. I didn't even realize that he had dropped until just now. So give us just a quick moment, figure out what's going on. I have the BRB screen up just so can do stuff. See what happens in a moment. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. I'm still here. Wow, I didn't even get a message saying he disconnected either. That's wild. Okay, so maybe he's still on the table. View player list. Yeah, he's still on the table. His internet must have shit out. Nope, nope, not live scene. That's better. Well, he definitely clicked done. I'm showing them wrong. There we go. That's the screen I want. All right, let's give Darius a moment to figure out what's going on here. I imagine he'll be back momentarily. In the meantime, you get to listen to me talk smack. So, let's go here. Gotta go here first. Damn it. So, what is Stable Unknown? While we're waiting for Darius to figure out if he can or cannot connect. Stable Unknown is a BattleTech role-playing campaign using some proprietary rules, I guess is really the best way to phrase it. I have taken Mech HQ as the spine of the campaign. The characters will be created using the same setup for individual pilots and things of that nature within Mech HQ. The skills that are listed there are available for the players. They basically put like a few points in each skill as they feel is necessary based on the number of points they have available and what their interests are. Some of the skills overlap with, well, a good example is Scrounge. Scrounge, in my mind, is used to hunt around for stuff, look for stuff, dig old parts out to see if you can make those parts work where other parts would be better. I've included Scrounge and expanded it to include things like awareness and perception. If you're looking for something, maybe not necessarily a thing like a tool within a box or in a room, you know, search role that might be used in other rule systems. If you're trying to find something like find contact with the black market, that Scrounge might be the way to go. Another skill might be administration if you're trying to use a computer to dig up old records of black market contacts. Not sure why that's the a recommended way to go. I do have a message from Darius. I'm assuming. Let me see what he says. He says technical issues, but I'm not sure what that means. Wait, is he still in? He's still in here. I think he's probably waiting on me at this point. Okay, hang on one second. Let me, as soon as I can reconnect. Okay. Okay. So yeah, based on various skills. Sorry, he's messaging me. You seem to have me. Sorry. Let's do this. Oh, there he is. He's right there. He's returned.
There we go.
Everything good? We have an initiative report once you are ready.
I just had to connect my tablet to the Wi-Fi.
Ah. It dumped your call, huh? Technology.
Yep.
Technology, it's evil.
Anyway, yeah, you can hit done whenever.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if you were still connected to the game or not, even though it showed your name there.
Yep.
All It is Darius' turn to move, so we'll wait for him and then we'll blast him. And for those of you that were listening to my brief pitch of what BattleTech Solaris Stable Unknown is, to find out more, come join the Discord server and throw messages at me, and maybe I'll open up a whole channel for people to talk about it. Maybe. Maybe.
It's either level 8 or 0. What the hell's up with this?
It's Box Canyon.
Oh.
Yeah. Randomly rolled maps that I think this is the format I'm going to use for arenas. I may go either 1x2 or I may go 2x1. So like either side by side or on the obviously side by side, but either using the short edge like this map or using the long edge instead. I haven't made up my mind yet. I may even just do both and have multiple arenas because my plan is to like for each week's worth of matches to have like half dozen maps set up and ready to go, and then just do like a randomly assigned map for each match. So that way, when it's your match, I already have the map. It's just randomly determine which map you're going to get, if that makes any sense at all. It probably doesn't. Kind of rambling now. Let's see. Let's see. That's gonna be 2. Oh, come on, stop it. So that's +5, so that'll be 9s. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I guess I miscounted somewhere. What did I count? What did I not account for? Oh, I forgot to account for partial cover. Oh well. Here, I have a large laser and a medium laser, and damn, do I want to do that? God damn these Phoenix Hawks and their inner sphere level 1 tech. And Chrissy comes charging forward, blasting with just a couple lasers, apparently. I shouldn't call her Chrissy. I should probably call her Reyes. That's how she would be referred to by sports announcers. Not that I watch a lot of sports. And I'm certainly not a sports announcer myself. I just play one in a role-playing game. And not very well, one could argue. Do we have a slow connection between us?
No, I was just choosing whether or not I wanted to fire 2 mediums, medium neutral, or a large and medium and go somewhat heat.
Yeah, the heat question was definitely a bit of a challenge to answer, but I see that we basically did the same thing and had different results. You hit with the bigger laser, I hit with the smaller laser. But also, you didn't hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Partial cover for the win. Yeah, I think Reyes comes on and she's like, rookie mistake. Firing at the dirt because you forgot that there was a hill between us. And then she cuts comms again. Because I feel like she's kind of a shit talker to a point. Actually, no, you know what would be funny is if she went on there. This grown-ass woman opens the comms in the middle of a match with you and she says, neener, 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 you ain't got no wiener. Something stupid. Just totally asinine and childish, right? You missed me. She doesn't do that, though. She's better than that.
Okay. Good.
I mean, listen, I'm not better than that. And I forgot. You see, this is how you can tell I'm not better than that. I forgot to set my machine guns to burst again. For like the 15th fucking time in a row. Because I could have sworn that you could do that in the match. And not in that you had to do it in the lobby.
Can you hear that?
Oh, what what witty retort do you have for me this time?
Do you hear that?
No, I don't. Should I be hearing something?
Hang on a second.
Oh. Oh, this is a real question, not you being a smartass.
Right.
Okay. Listen, as much of a smartass as I am, it would not surprise me when my players troll me back. It doesn't surprise me when they troll me back.
Check your
See, I have something there.
DMs.
All right, hang on one second, friends. Ah, yes, I see that. I will have to take a look at that later.
Oh,
Well, only because I don't want it on the stream.
okay.
And the way my OBS is set up right now is it's streaming whatever is on my desktop, so or on my screen.
All right.
Also, I'm recording, so YouTube would be like, that's not your content, so we're going to mute the shit out of it during that portion of the video.
Yeah.
Also, Twitch might have something to say if I play other people's music without, consent or something.
Yeah, they could.
To be fair and honest, it's really only YouTube I'm worried about. I'm not terribly concerned about Twitch. They're gonna do it. All right, I have something of a situation here.
Yep.
I lost initiative when we're at basically rock throwing distance. So, how do I extricate without losing line of sight and not building a metric fuck ton of heat? Ooh. Ooh. Let's see.
Did you jump last turn?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think at this point you hear Reyes key in the mic. She's like, beep, 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 as she backs her mech up the valley. That's right. Come to me. Come to mama. And then she quickly closes comms, of course. Because, she is backing up a 45-ton combat vehicle that may or may not require more attention than she's currently giving it. Mm-hmm. Let's see, with that +4, that means you jumped. Yep. Alright, let's see. 11s.
Good.
Well, 9 for my large laser, but we don't simp for 9s over here. That jumping will mess your firing up a bit as well. My evasion is unfortunately only a +2. Let's see. I missed, but you got my arm.
Yep.
Now if I could
Only
not
11.
now if I could just not lose initiative, that would be spectacular. It looks like I actually won initiative, but I'm now seeing that both players have a +1 modifier, and I have no idea why.
Hmm.
Because you have the command, tactics, whatever. I did not give her any sort of initiative bonus, so I'm really confused. Unless the mech is the Phoenix Hawk a command mech or something?
Yes, it is.
That, but that still wouldn't give. That would give you. Do the bonuses not stack? Am I
I don't
crazy?
know.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. Because if we're both getting a +1 from the mech, you should also be getting. I guess I'm gonna have to manually set the initiative bonus as well, instead of just trusting Mech HQ to do its job. That's what I'm getting out of this. Now we begin the cat and mouse thing. Hold on one quick second for me. Sorry about that. I was saying goodnight to my son.
I
Uh,
noticed.
ooh, really? But that's gonna be a hell of a shot. It's gonna be like, uh, if I jump, it gives me a +2 to my firing. I'm trying to remember off the
3.
top. 3 plus your 3, that's 6. That's like 11 right there. Or, what's this do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Uh, yeah, we're doing that. We're going to do that instead. Reyes is just loud and boisterous over the mic as she's like, "You really made a rookie foolish move," and proceeds to climb the hill right next to your face. At which point, I'm sure you're going to be like, "No, I am the master tactician. I have lured you into my trap." She didn't say that last part about being lured into a trap. That was me. All right, let's see what we got. I hit with a medium laser, miss with a machine gun, miss with a medium laser, and hit with a machine gun. So basically 50%. But on the plus side, they all went to the center torso. In return, I take a medium laser in the center torso. And you're going to be punching with one arm, it looks like. Nope, not punching. Odd.
Why not?
You fired lasers that are in your arms. I missed my kick.
Ah.
Yeah, you caught. Now you see what you did wrong with that Phoenix Hawk. I missed my kick, but it didn't fall down. So there's that. This is now where I lose initiative. Watch, I'm predicting it now. And you're at 6 heat. That's gonna slow you down a bit. Yep, I fucking called it. You son of a bitch. I gotta move first. Real close match, 96-8 to 96-2. The cutoff is, of course, 75.
75 destroyed or 75 remaining?
75 destroyed. You can always surrender,
Okay.
although I still haven't written the rules, so I guess technically you get away with surrendering and not worry about the stable unknown surrender bond that I haven't yet figured out. There is a surrender bond. I just haven't actually crunched the numbers, so I don't know I don't know how that's going to work against you. Not yet. This is smart. Yeah, she jumps, or excuse me, she runs up the hill into your face talking about foolish, foolish rookie mistake. Blasts you a few
And
times.
then misses.
Well, no, she hit with some of it. And then she's like, and then she's just cackling as she jumps into the air to the other hill. And she watches as you run up to her, and she's like, now watch this. Blip, blip, brrr. I'm pretty sure that's not how BattleTech sound effects go, but why not?
Hmm.
Indeed. What do you got? Come on, Kusama. Oh no, I missed everything. I missed like everything, everything. I mean, I was rolling against 10s and 12s, so.
Yep.
Yeah, our heat's manageable. That means I am going to lose initiative. Oh shit, I actually didn't. Please, sir, make your move. As we continue this interesting dance. Yes, I see what you did too, because on my screen, you are literally one hex beyond what I could even sprint.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you cagey motherfucker. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can jump to the other hill. What is he on? He's on 2. This hill is also level 2. All right, here we go. I'm a leaf. I'm a leaf on the wind. As she opens and then closes comms.
I am not even bothering
I've noticed,
to
but she's
respond.
hoping that she is under your skin at some point. As she jumps from one hill to the next, she, even for a brief moment, like at the apogee of her jump, she kind of like extends her arms out. You know, like if somebody were to jump like up into the wind, and she just comes right down on the edge of that hill, blasting away and absolutely missing every shot. And then attempting to kick you in the leg. Never mind. That's a 9. I am not doing that. Ooh, I will try that. Oh, that's even worse. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, fuck it. I don't care. It's an NPC. I mean, she cares. But she's also trying to give the fans a good time. So I think what she does is, as she reaches the apogee of her jump, she extends her arms out, comes down almost into a 3-point superhero landing, and then as she stands up, she's just like, bam, 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 missing everything. And then, like, attempts to pull off what could otherwise be considered a Spartan kick with her Phoenix, and misses that as well, but manages to do it with a certain flourish that allows her to remain standing at the end. And she's just like, you could probably, I always feel like these comms between the two pilots are like face to face, right? Like FaceTime or something like that. And you can see a
Yeah.
look on her face, it's like, ooh, I'm not sure I pulled that off as well, and I absolutely missed everything. But we're gonna sound cool even if we don't look cool. So she just opens up the voice side of her comms to you, and she's like, "Stop. You good here? I like this spot right here. Why don't we just fight it out right here?" Oh shit, I actually won initiative again. Is that what I gotta do?
Okay.
I gotta talk shit to the RNG to win initiative?
I'll keep my comms as well and say, for all your trash talk, you're not hitting very much.
I'm still hitting more than you. Now, statistically, that may or may not be true. She doesn't care about the numbers. She's just talking shit. I feel like, if anything, this has been a 50-50 match the whole way. You really need to step it up to put her down. Okay, we're gonna play that game, huh? Let's see. And you probably jumped because you're an asshole like that. Yep. +3. +5. To my gunnery of 4. That's gonna be 9s. Let's see. 11s. Because I always forget the intervening light woods. And that you're in woods yourself. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I told you, this hill sucks. The other hill was better. I was actually getting hits over... Excuse me, I was actually getting hits over there. Why don't we go back? I like that hill. This hill's small. I knew it. I knew if I talked the right shit. That's what it is. I have to talk the right shit. Let's see. That's Where do I wanna go? Where do I wanna be? Can't jump that high. Oh, where do I wanna go? Don't wanna jump. My heat's pretty high. Okay. I don't know if that's a great move. Pretty sure that was not a good move, but you know. Come on, Kusuma. Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna do. You. Oh God, I can't even think of the word she would use on you. Mistake. Things are gonna get toasty in here. Medium laser hitting the left leg. Everything else is missing. My large laser misses. My medium laser hits the torso. And I am super hot. I now have a... My math is right. I now have a +1 to movement and +1 to heat. Or -1, I should say. Golly, I said that wrong still, too. -1 movement and -1 shooting, not -1 heat. I have so much heat, I'm losing heat. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Come on, Kusuma, we got to give them a good show. Otherwise, they're gonna feel like we didn't give them, you know, a good show. Come on, we got to do this. Come on. Make it look good for the crowd. Did your stable teach you any of that, or they just get in there and shoot? I've seen stables like that, man. You gotta, if that's what your stable's telling you, you might want to go back and talk to them, or maybe find a different stable. Look at you, all in my ass.
Some people like that.
I am not one of those. I also know you're gonna be getting really fucking toasty over there. Oh, you hit me with a machine gun. Ooh. I think she actually says that too. She's like, ooh, machine gun. Okay. I suppose technically you're hitting more often now. Big deal. You haven't done much more than scar my paint. Ooh, nice. You got a punch to the leg.
Yep.
I think she says something. I'm trying to figure out what it would be. She's like, oh, you bastard. Who punches somebody in the ankle? What kind of bullshit is that? Oh shit, I won initiative. Surprise. Surprise, motherfucker. And then she opens, she says, I'm gonna chase you now. My god, I am far too easily amused at my own bullshit. Come on, Kusama, where are we going? Yeah. Yeah, you like it in those dark alleys, don't you? Wow, that sounded really bad, actually. I need to. I really should not do this. Why am I doing this to myself? Let's see. She charges right after you and cuts you into that corner or what have you, and just literally lays into you with everything. At one point, a laser crosses dangerously close to your face, and instead, some random juke motion that you make, that laser hits your arm instead. You now have one edge remaining.
That didn't come close to my head.
Oh, you're right. I don't know why I said head. Probably because I'm used to head hits being re-rolled. It almost got something juicy in that leg. Probably a jump jet. My kick misses, but I get kicked. Well, I'm not doing so well in that regard. Now I am stupid hot. But so are you.
Yeah, I'm only at 8 though.
Wow, look at that. You win initiative.
Yep.
This is not a time to be losing initiative. I mean,
You tried.
I did try. And now I'm going to be feeling it. Because there's no place. Wait, hold on. Is that rough? It is rough. So 2, 3, 5, 6. Come at me, bro. Come on. We gotta get a good pyrotechnic display going here. Use your lasers more. Oh, I forgot to do my backup warning signs, but well, you get the idea. 45-ton mech backing up. Now, for the viewers at home who are wondering where he went, it's because I broke line of sight with him. Oh man, I am already overshot or overheated. It is ridiculous. I guess we're just gonna keep riding that fucking line until something breaks. I think as she's lining up the shot with her comms still open, I think at this point she's just left her comms open. As she's cursing the heat, wiping sweat off of her brow, face, arms. As she sees you run out of that little cut, she's like, peekaboo, blam! And then she's like, God damn it, I missed again.
I didn't.
I see that. We are both toasty. Is certainly a word to use. Looks like you win initiative. We are currently scoring at 87 to 90, your favor. Man. I'm down to 5-8 at the moment. I don't know what to do. Ooh, excuse me. I doubt this is actually going to work in my favor. I'm too freaking hot. I can't do anything. And I'm losing initiative. It's not helping. Not helping. Just imagine she's talking something more nonsense at this point right now. I can't think of anything pertinent. What does my armor look like? Oh my god. My leg is red. My left rear torso is gray, like a dark gray, the eerie, scary gray. As I struggle to keep my heat. Come on, Kusuma. Come on. We need a good showing here. This is your first match. You should have finished me by now. Do you have the skills or do you not?
Oh, he has the skills. That's why he's not giving in to your
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. So your medium laser rips right through the left torso rear that I just mentioned was stripped, crunches something, and you see a gout of flame shoot out a hole in her back. And your own battle computer registers opponent jump jet destroyed. And you hear her go, "Fuck. Now I can't sail on the wind, you motherfucker." I mean, don't get me wrong. She still has 5 freaking jump jets, but she just like can't sail as much. Damn it! Stop winning initiative.
No.
I mean, yeah, I hear you. As she jumps from one hill to the next, you hear her once again say, "I'm a smaller leaf on the wind." And then she says, "Come on. Come on." I almost called you Darius. "Come on, Kusuma. Come on over here." Yeah, that's right. Come closer. Sucks. Uh-oh. Let's see. I hit the right torso, 8 armor remaining. You hit center torso, 13 armor remaining. It's just a spattering of lasers, and every now and again a chunk of armor falls off, and the crowd is like, "Is this could be it?" No, it wasn't it. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe next time. Oh, more armor. No, not yet. Not yet. The crowd is dying for some crucial, critical juice stuff to happen.
Move.
Did you say moo?
Move.
Oh, yeah. She's like, "Listen, I'm working on it over here, okay? Calm down. I'm trying to figure out which one of these pretty grassy hills I'm gonna land on and shoot you from next."
Attempt.
No, I was right the first time. Shoot you from.
You wish.
No, I know. Come on, keep following me. Listen, normally, no, I shouldn't say that. It's 30-40. Who knows who leads what in dances? Normally, I let my partner lead my dance, but I'll lead you this time. Sweat is just pouring out of her head. Well, skin, more accurately. Ooh, a medium laser in the left arm, taking away your last point of edge because you've got juicy bits in there. But unfortunately, everything else missed. Also unfortunate. Fuck me, 15 shots of machine gun ammo blasting my right leg, and my own left armor is now stripped. Left torso takes a shot as well. Wow, you definitely got the damage exchange on that one. Needing 8s to hit. I am not quite as hot as you are, though.
Yeah, I know.
I think she's like, this cooling vest is more of a vest than it is a cooling vest. It's getting really warm in here, man.
Mm-mm.
80 to 85. It's like, all right, come on. We got a little bit left in this song before we do something, before we have to change our tempo and do a different dance. Come on. Keep up. Come on, Kusama, keep up. That's what I'm gonna call you. Keep up, Kusama. You motherfucker. You know I can't hit that shot with my fucking heat the way it is. I need a 13 with my mediums and an 11 with my large. And if I fire my large, I'm going to be at double my heat capacity. Ah, God damn it. Well, I guess she's just going to cool the fuck off. All right, I see what you're doing. You're going to change the tempo yourself, Kusama. Well played. Move, I believe was the word you threw at me not that long ago. Running away so soon? Don't tell me you've lost your taste for gladiatorial combat, singles competition. Come on. Couldn't need like at least a
Oh, I'm
10.
not single. I'm sorry to hear that you are.
Ooh, Darius, man, that one kind of hit close, man. I said that for comedic effect, more than any other reason. Oh wow, 2 rounds in a row I win initiative? That seems unlikely. That's right, little fly. Come into my web.
We're in hawks, not spiders.
Okay. Sure. She's like, I really don't give a shit, my man. Just want to shoot you in the face a few times. Oh god, that is horrible to see. I mean, I know I needed double digit numbers, but fuck, come on. And you got the left leg, even though there was partial cover. Am I crazy?
There was not partial cover.
You're on level 2 as well, motherfucker. God damn it. Okay, well, internal structure, but no critical on that left leg. Losing more armor. Okay, all
Mhm.
right. You might got some chops. The fight's not over yet, there, Kusama. Even though you are in the lead, 3 rounds in a row, I won initiative. Holy balls! I don't know what to do with this kind of power. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah, we've been down here before. Um, Nothing special down here. Just the same stuff that's up there. See, Darius is doing the thing that he loves to do to me the most, and which is to drive my to hit numbers as high as humanly possible, or
Of course.
hitting on similar hit numbers when I don't. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I did get a 10 when I needed a 10.
Now you got a 12
You're
when you need an 11.
what's that? Yeah, you gotta. Oh, I read that wrong. I hit the 12 when I needed an 11. You hit the 10 when you needed a 10.
Yep.
Regardless, we both blast each other. We're basically mirroring each other. I want to say it's like the right arm lasers hitting the opponent's right torso. Uh, for both of us, just like exact duplicates. Uh, it's probably a little disconcerting to anybody that might be watching it and recognizing that, but it's ooh, you're toasty. And I'm moving first again. Motherfucker. My streak has ended.
Yep.
Well, come on then. Let's get in here where it looks good, and maybe we'll have about a fisticuffs and give the crowd something that makes them feel like they actually put some decent work into getting here. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's hot in here, and you just stay there. Or did you? No, you actually. Oh shit! She looks up at your mech, and she's like, "You motherfucker! You know that's not cool, right?" It by rules, there's nothing that says you can't do this. You're not required to listen to her when she says that bullshit. How dare you try to kick me from an elevated position? To which, of course, any real mech warrior would be like, how dare you let yourself get into that position?
Yeah.
Ooh, a center torso shot. Uh, and I just realized I can't punch you back because I used my. So, kick away, sir. Kick away. Ooh, center torso hit on the engine. That's gonna make my heat management even more challenging.
Yep.
Uh, hang on 1 second. Oh, I typed it wrong. Ooh, yep, okay. She surrenders.
She surrenders.
She's an independent, and she just took an engine hit. That's gonna cost a lot of money to fix. She doesn't have a stable to back her.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do your slash victory there if you like. Yeah, literally
Can I?
that's what it is. She took an engine hit and she has to foot the repair bill, so that's why she's surrendering. And she's not required, she doesn't have a surrender bond to worry about, so I think you were about to say something.
Oh, I just couldn't see the chat window
Do
to
I have to
type
type?
in victory.
Oh, I have to type the speed again. Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure uh, Mega Mech is going to close because it'll go back to Mech HQ, which will dump you. So bear with me for a second.
It shouldn't.
Well, I launched the game from Mech HQ
Yeah, I know, but it shouldn't close it automatically.
because there's another player. Because it
Right.
still has to do the Mech HQ side of resolving the match. Once. Which one was this? All you took was armor damage. You didn't take any internal slots, right?
Say again?
All you took was internal?
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Hold on. I was multitasking there for a second, and my brain was not keeping up with, or my, yeah, whatever. You took armor damage,
Yes.
obviously. You took. Did you take any internal structure damage that you recall? Because I don't have that. I didn't save the file. I feel like if you did, it would have been minimal, like a few points at best.
Right. There was one chance for critical, and that was it.
Okay.
And it did not hit any criticals.
Correct. So you had to have taken internal structure, or it was a through armor crit, but I don't think that's the case. Not that it matters because this doesn't come out of your paycheck. So, let's kick this back over to the Zoom, and that way I can freely move about the cabin while I figure out all the other post-match stuff. So, first things first. I realize, of course, you have been disconnected from the game server. That's okay. We need to make what is called a prominence roll, and I'm trying to get. I got to get to the all my modifiers for prominence. Okay, here we go. All right, so first, opponents. I have this written down somewhere. Hold on. There. I've got too many notebooks on my desk, man. And by too many, I mean probably not enough, really. I know last night I was writing this stuff somewhere. Oh, it was in a different section of the notebook. That's why I can't find it now. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Let's see. Opponent's current prominence minus your current prominence. That's going to be a 1. You are in the class 3 medium. That's +1. Match outcome victory, so that's +2. Let's see. No damage on mech does not apply. All mech destroyed not applies. None of it applies. I'll give you a +1 for GM rating of performance and showmanship. Blah. Let's see. That should be a separate roll, to be honest, but that's fine. Then I need. Where is my? Ah, here we go. All right, so 2d6 plus a total modifier of 1, 2, 4, 5. If you would be so kind, Mr. Darius, in the one of the GTL channels, is
Dice rolls.
yes. Let me get down there myself. Dice rolls. 2d6 plus 5. And you can actually type the +5 if you like. Or I can add it manually. This roll, by the way, is to determine if your prominence goes up or not based on the crowd's opinion of how you did in your fight. Let's see. 2d6 plus 5 is a 6 plus 5 is 11. And with an 11, unfortunately, missing it by 2. No change to current prominence.
Fine.
Yeah, I think the crowd was just kind of like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a great match, but it wasn't a bad match. And hey, look at that. That new guy won. So let's edit your situation here. Before I do that, actually. Alright, so you get 500. Let me write that down. Personnel. Edit. Pull up the calculator because I'm going to need that. So 500 times, let's see, 1 minus 0.16, 420. That means 80 goes to the stable. Plus 250, that's already in your bank account. You receive a prize purse of 500 C-bills, minus the stable's cut. God, my short-term memory is killing me right now. 670. Which means you receive a check for 420 C-bills for your match performance this evening. You are currently ranked 99 in the Class 3 Medium Division. You have 1 win and 0 losses. You have the opportunity or the choice to attend to the post-match interview with Olaf if you like. There's no real requirement, no contractual obligation. You've already met that by doing the pre-match interview. What would you like to do?
Sure, I'll go to it.
Okay. Shortly after you've had a chance to clean up a little bit and, put something on besides bicycle shorts made very short and a cooling vest, maybe grabbing yourself a sports rehydration drink, you are seated before Olaf Krieg, and he says, Kusma, very good match, not bad match, not good match. You won. Good match.
Of course.
Congratulations. How do you feel? You must feel like king of the world right now.
I feel more like it was inevitable.
I see the Matamuri smugness remains true in your genes. Yes, yes. I'm smiling because I like to make jokes and I laugh at my own jokes. He is amused and also has a similar look on his face. And he says, well, let's see. Unfortunately for Chrissy Reyes, she elected to surrender, I believe, as I have been briefed, because of financial obligations. She has to fix her own mech. She doesn't have a stable to call her own and get the support there. It doesn't change anything for you. You won. You're qualified. You are now a Class 3 duelist here on Solaris. Clap, 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 clap. The few people in the studio, not so much a studio audience, but there's a number of people nearby that all clap that the microphone picks up. Where will you go now? What will you do now?
Go on to win this championship.
It is a long climb, my friend, but I wish you the best of luck. 99. That means there are 98 other people ahead of you. You could jump several on your way up, but that's a lot of mech warriors between you and the number 1. Not to mention if you want to change over to the Class 6 open category. That is where the real challenge is, they say.
Ooh.
But listen, the medium champion, I don't know him. He's always looking for a fight. So maybe one day you can get ranked high enough to challenge him. You would have to be ranked 2 to challenge him because of how the rules work. But the thing, I think I explained this to you once, and I may or may not have mentioned it once or twice in the previous Stable Unknown showings. Basically, you take your current ranking and divide by 10. That's the number of steps above your current rank that you can challenge up to. So, for instance, you're rank 99, you can challenge as high as 90 because that's 9 ranks ahead of you. Of course, once you reach 90, you'll still be able to challenge up 9 more ranks to 81, but then it's 8 ranks because you're in the 80s.
Yeah.
So by the time you get up to, the top 19, I think, is when you start hitting that. You have to slog your way through the last like 15 or 20 opponents before you can get to the number 1 shot. Or by that point, you're eligible to participate in the Opens Championship at the end of each season, because that will be probably the top 50 in each class or top 30 in each class. I have to figure out exactly how I want to do that. So basically, the season is like 10 or 12 regular seasons, or 10 or 12 weeks, starting in March of each year, and then 256, either 128 or 256 gladiators, I forget which number I was going to go with, basically enter a single elimination tournament that takes place over several days. And the winner of that tournament becomes the new open class champion, similar to an actual like World Wrestling or boxing champion, where you actually have title defenses throughout the remainder of the year until the next season, or until the next championship, I should say. So,
yeah,
you've got a long climb ahead of you that you may not even get a chance to take a shot at in your inaugural season, but there's a number of steps along the way as well. So, after, and of course, Olaf is explaining a lot of that in a very much in character way. And he closes with, "But you can do it if you work hard, you drink your milk, you eat your vitamins." Insert other things you would say for kids. Speaking of kids, is there anything you want to say to your new fans, potential investors, other members in your stable, even? You have heard a rumor that one of your stablemates possibly is connected to the mob, but you're not sure which one because you haven't met everybody, and you're new here, so maybe somebody was pulling your leg. You really don't know.
Okay. Just gonna get out there and do my best. I may not be able to reach number 1 this season, but there's gonna be more seasons.
It is indeed a long climb, and we wish you the best, Kusuma. Kusuma Matamuri, everyone. And then the stage lights come back up, and Olaf is standing up and reaching over his desk to shake your hand and welcome you to Solaris and all that other stuff. You have the opportunity at this point to do, if you wanted to launch any plots or schemes or look into things, research your next opponent. I don't have an official NPC set up yet, but there is supposed to be a fights promotions manager. You have your, of course, you've met Axel Rondo, the stable champion / master trainer. You've met Gideon Dukakis, the stable manager, or actually the stable owner. He also acts as the manager, but his job is more of managing the stable as a whole. You would have a specific person or two to go to talk to about finding matches and things like that. But the floor is yours at this point. Or if you'd rather, because you can't think of anything specific right now, we can easily just wrap and figure out by the time of your next match, your next session, if you want to kick off any of that crazy stuff. Oh my god.
So, whoever's in slot 90,
Uh-huh. Who is that,
You're
you
not.
wonder? Well, let's do this. Let's see if you can acquire a match with that individual, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. So let me open up my notes and get into that particular section. So finding a match result basically involves you rolling 2d6. You have 3 opportunities, and as you make your way through those 3 opportunities, different things come into play or come out of play. So initially, your first roll is you represents you making attempting to sorry. I know how I want to say this in my head. I just got to figure out how to make it make sense when it leaves my mouth. So basically, you are challenging somebody for a particular type of match. The particulars of this match are whatever you want them to be, within reason, obviously. If you want an exhibition match with a particular person, or maybe you want a grudge match because there's been a person that's been irritating you for a while, whatever the case might be, this would be your first attempt is to try to set up that match that you want, which, based on what you said a second ago, looking for the number 90 competitor, is what's considered a challenging match, where if you get this match, you are challenging that person, and if you win that match, you will take their title of rank 90. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, the next option is that somebody is challenging you effectively for your rank. So you roll that. Some of the modifiers are slightly different. If you succeed on that roll, then somebody is coming after you. If you fail on that roll, your last option is to set up some sort of basically an unofficial, not necessarily unofficial, but it would be an exhibition match. There's no changing of rank positions. Various other stipulations could be on the line. It could just be, hey, let's just go out there and try to give these people a good time. You could try to set up maybe a duels match or a handicap match, melee only, whatever the case might be. Anything crazy, but it's definitely not any sort of a challenging match. Does that make sense? I'm assuming
Yeah.
yes. Okay, okay. All right, so the first step is this. You are going to roll 2d6 and add some modifiers to it. You are challenging somebody, specifically rank 90. So that will be a +3 for the arena class, but -2 for the stable rating. So it's at a +1 currently. This is not a championship match. Your current prominence is 0. Exhibition match does not apply. Challenge match, the specifics in this, I don't know if you've got the rules open or not. The most recent version I sent you about a week or so ago. The challenge match modifier in this particular case, on this particular table that I'm looking at, only applies if you are. Hold on. No. Challenge match as rule, characters may only challenge up in rankings equal to their own rank divided by 10. Okay. But then the other asterisk assumes if you are challenging a specific gladiator by name, and you're not challenging somebody by name, you're challenging somebody by their rank. So that modifier does not apply. This is not a grudge match. So we're looking at a total of 2d6 plus 1 to acquire this match. Let me get in there. Go ahead and make that 2d6 plus 1 roll now, please. Total of 8. No match. You are not able to secure your intended match. So now we see, for the record, you needed a 10 to be able to get that match.
A 10.
Yes. What will help you in that, in your case, is when your prominence goes up. You start getting like +2 or +3 from your own prominence, and you'll be more likely to be able to secure that match because people will know of you better, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
So now you give me a hold on. So yeah, in this case, you weren't able to get the match you wanted, but you are not yet without a match for the following week. It's very likely that somebody else wants your rank, and now you'll have to defend it before they can make any more moves of your own and progressing through the standings. So, first things, can you give me a 1D100, please?
And what is this for?
This will determine what stable your opponent is from, the person challenging you.
Okay.
33.
33.
Another independent. There's another independent pilot challenging you. And then you're going to roll 2d6 plus. Let me verify this because I don't want to say this wrong. If independent is the result, add 2 to the next roll. So this will be a 2d6 plus 3. Because you had the plus 1 from the previous attempt. That still applies.
2d6 plus 3.
Correct. That is unfortunate.
Oh.
You know what? No, you used all your edge, didn't you, in the match? I believe you went to 0. Yeah. Okay, so unfortunately, not able to acquire a match there. So you are able to acquire, or excuse me, attempt. Let's see, roll 2d6 plus all relevant modifiers for an exhibition match. So this again will be a +1, and since this is an exhibition, 3 minus 2, you'll get another +1. So a 2d6 plus 2 for this final attempt. But this will be a match where you just kind of like, basically you could set up parameters you want. It's just there's no rankings changing.
Mm.
Nine, still not quite enough. Yeah, so
10
you,
is too high.
I'm starting to wonder about that. But it also is, because if you're one of the modifiers that can be added again is your current prominence, and as you, so basically this is one of those systems where it's like you really are going to be struggling in
Yeah,
the
but I'm
early
in the
days.
ranking.
But
Omar, listen.
yeah, I'm
I
listening.
am in the rankings, and I don't have a match next week.
That's not uncommon. I will take a look at it between now and next calendar week, and see if
All
maybe
right.
we can tweak that a little bit, because maybe I'm being a little, not necessarily me. I'm basing a lot of these tables, by the way, off of the, is it Catalyst or is it FASA that made this one? I want to say it's FASA. Let me double check the cover. 1760. Oh yeah, that's definitely FASA. So FASA wrote the Solaris 7 rule book, right?
Yeah,
A lot
I
of those
used to have it.
yeah, a lot of those tables in there, I had to tweak them because they were a lot of like you have to roll under a certain number, negative modifiers or positives. Because it's similar to like when you're figuring out your to hit number in BattleTech, where you're adding modifiers to the target number as opposed to adding modifiers to your roll.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to flip a lot of things, and I may have in that process made things a little more difficult than was intended. So I will take a look at that. Though in my defense, I will say that a lot of the tables in the rules are based on Solaris 7 rules, especially when it comes to prominence, finding a match, and things of that nature. That said, it is to some degree my intent that not everybody is going to always get a match every week for one reason or another. And there's two big reasons. One is availability of mechs, and the other reason is like what we just went through. Just can't nail down a match for you. So until the stable starts getting a lot better, individual pilots start getting a lot better, that's going to happen. Now, do I need to tweak it a little bit so it's not so crushing when you're at rank 99 thinking you should be able to get a match and this happens? Possibly, which is what I'll do. I'll take a look at it and shift it. that roll is based on the generic skill roll, which is in order to get. Well, no, I take that back because a partial success is 7, 8, and 9. A full success is 10, 11, 12 plus. So I'll have to take a look at that and maybe tweak it a little bit. At any rate, there are other things that your character can do if you want. Again, not sure what you want to do with your character. So by all means, if you want to wait until next week, we can definitely take a deeper stab at the RP side of things this week.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Have another match.
I hear you, brother. Anything you want to say for the folks at home watching your video, watching the stream right now? Although the stream is about to end.
Thanks for watching.
There you go. So if I believe you caught this at least once or twice, and I mentioned it briefly earlier in the stream. So some of your character's income will come from the number of views both the stream and the YouTube videos have. So just as an FYI, if you can promote your people to watch my videos of us, your character gets more money. And I get more views, and the algorithm works out for me. It's a really tricky, kind of dirty, shisty way to do things. But hey, you know what? Trying to represent what it's like to get more people to watch your matches, whether live or rebroadcast.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. We'll see how well it works. I may have to scrap that whole idea. I don't know. All right, so for the viewers, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider hitting all the likes and shares and all the other buttons. In the description for this video on YouTube is, of course, the Discord server link. Please come on down to the Discord and hang out with us and tell us how crazy we are for doing the things we do, and maybe we should do different things, or just hang out with us and tell us that we're awesome. We like to get our shoulders back, get pats on our back, and I don't know where I'm going with that. But at any rate, we thank your support. Thank you for your support. Wow. You would think for somebody who streams regularly, I'd be able to know how to talk. At any rate, stay safe out there, my friends. This world is a crazy dark place. Make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. As for me and mine, we are out of here. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Drink tea, be healthy. Bye.